everyone, and welcome to the regular meeting of the Wilson County Commissioners Court. Today's date is Monday, April 14th, 2026, the time is 9:00 a.m. Before we call this meeting, proceed with our agenda items on the meeting, we're going to have our prayer by Elder Adrian Brown, and then our pledges, and then we'll go back to the agenda.
Our Heavenly Father, we thank you again for another day. We thank you for the rain that you've provided for us. We don't always use more, but Lord, we're grateful for what you've given to us. Guide and direct the proceedings here. We want to thank you and praise you. We watch the progress. Be with us, each one here. Give us for your Holy Spirit to guide in all things. In your name.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
With the minutes perspective, we do have a one, and that Commissioner Martin is absent today. We move to public comment. Agenda item number 4, certificates of completion award. We have a CGIS completion form for Georgina Vita, security and privacy general order to the end of the meeting. Agenda item number 5 are county extension activity reports. Is anybody here from Airline? Okay, Commissioners, I'll let you look that over for a minute. All right, we move to agenda item number 6. We have Russell King, Commissioner of Precinct 2, 6A and B, 10 o'clock a.m. Public hearing regarding Wilson County subdivision regulations. D, discuss and take action to approve and revise Wilson County subdivision regulations. I'm asking for a motion to suspend the rules and we'll return back to that agenda.
Make a motion to suspend the rules and return back to 10.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Rizzo. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, ayes have it. We have suspended the rule. Come back at 10 o'clock. Somebody needs to remind me when to go over that.
Yes, sir.
Agenda item number 7. Henry Whitman County Judge discuss take action on accepting ESD number 1, Commissioner George Jones as the treasurer for the ESD, Texas official bond oath for the amount of $100,000. I think you have a copy. Is there somebody here from ESD law? This is a new, Commissioner, this is a new law that was passed, the last legislation requiring that they have this bond. So we're just complying with it. Probably going to see another 2 come through later on from the other ESDs.
George,
Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept the bond for $100,000 for George Jones on ESD funds.
Second. Motion made by Commissioner Cardinal, second by Commissioner King. Do we have any other discussion regarding agenda item number 7?
I was just asking Judge, this bond has been paid for by the ESG, and we're just ratifying it.
That's correct. Part of it is the judge has to oversee it, and then we put it in the clerk's. Any other discussion regarding this agenda? Here none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. Chief. And item number 8, we have John Scott Aiken, Commissioner Precinct 4, discussion only. Take from the table agenda item number 13 for March 23rd, 2026, meeting in reference to a requested road closure of County Road 482 and an authorization for the county judge to sign a road use agreement. No action will be taken. So, Commissioner, I take it you want to take it from the table and then so state, no action will be taken.
Take it from the table and then just allow it to die, Judge. I want to thank the county attorney's office and Mrs. Huron for her diligence in working on this. We've just been finding a manner to do this that would be able to protect the county and the landowner from liability. And of course, that's a major concern for me is not to extend the county any more than we have to. So,
Take it that was a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner King, take from the table. No discussion, I'll call for the vote on. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. Go to agenda item number 9, again, Commissioner Aiken, discussion only, take from the table, agenda item number 14, for March 23rd, 2026, Commissioners Court, meeting in reference to entering into a road improvement agreement with Clear Fork Creek Solar LLC to approve County Road 482 and to authorize the county judge to sign said agreement. No action will be taken.
motion to take it from the table.
Second.
Motion taken from the table made by Commissioner Aiken, second by Commissioner King. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Ayes have it, motion passes. Now you want to suspend, you want to take it off the agenda.
Yes, sir.
It is off the agenda. Agenda item number 10, we have Commissioner Jeffrey Cardolo, Precinct 3, discuss and take action on approving lease's affidavit, Precinct 3, John Deere Motor Grader 770G. Don't have a lease in there.
And this is on the tax exempt on that purchase, is that correct?
Yes, so we should not be paying the property taxes, sales taxes, since this agreement is updated, it's just making.
Somehow it didn't get signed when the purchase was done, so I make a motion that we approve the lease's affidavit for the purchase of the precinct 3 John Deere Motor Grader 770G.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cardolo, second by Commissioner Aiken. Any other discussion on this agenda item? Here none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. Agenda item number 11, for Wilson County Judge, I have Mr. Anthony Delgado from Wilson County Historical Commission here. 11A, discuss and take action to approve County Historical Commission recommended 4 business legacy and 1 land legacy. Rinaldi, you have the floor.
Good morning, thank you, Judge. Commissioners, staff, I come before you this morning representing the Wilson County Historical Commission. And as the agenda says, the purpose of this morning's meeting is really threefold. The first item is to secure the Commissioners Court's approval of the legacy, business, and land award nominations that the Historical Commission has received. For the benefit of the public, 2 years ago, the Historical Commission, in concert with the Commissioners Court, instituted in Wilson County a legacy award recognition program where we in Wilson County recognize businesses that have had continuous operations within the county of 25 or more years, as well as landowners who have had continuous ownership of lands within Wilson County of 75 or more years. Today, we have 4 businesses that have been nominated for a Business Legacy Award. We have Conley Memorial Medical Center, who has operated in the county for 66 years. Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Livonia, 124 years. We have Murray Guarantee Title. This is their 50th anniversary. So they're celebrating 50 years of continuous operations in Wilson County. And Sweet's Convenience Store has 72 years. The criteria for the award is that it need not be the original owners and the business need not be at the original location, but the business must have continuously operated. So Squeaks, as an example, was actually established in 1954, originally as Al's Food Service. So we thank them and recognize them for their continuous operations. And then Land Legacy Award for the Bobby and Joe Hastings estate. We have, with their help, identified that they have continuously owned a portion of property out near Stockdale. Was originally the W.C. Minor grant that was issued in the 1830s by then the Republic of Texas. We have been able to confirm that they've had ownership since 1887. In talking with Mr. Hastings, they believe they have also documentation that shows they've been owning the property since before Wilson County was established. We'll continue to work with them, but the certificates that we have recognize them for 187 years. Also on the agenda, we have this Saturday, the History and Heritage Festival, free, open to the public, it's free for the participants as well. We encourage everybody to come out to the Lauro G. De Leon Event Center. The city of Floresville has graciously given us use of the event center. Again, it's free. The doors will open to the public at 10 o'clock, and we'll continue to celebrate Wilson County history until 5 that day. We do have opening remarks and encourage everybody to be in attendance at 10 o'clock, where we'll have some recognition and some opening remarks by our county judge, as well as the city, the mayor of Floresville. There'll be 30 organizations that will be represented there that day. Those organizations represent our history, and history in Wilson County extends way beyond its establishment in 1860. We've got organizations there that trace their ancestry back to the original First Peoples. When there's archaeological evidence here in Wilson County that those First Peoples lived here as long as 12,000 years ago, they'll be represented. We have the Daughters of the American Revolution, Daughters of the Republic of Texas, the local museums. We'll have the Czech Society, the Polish Heritage Center. Dr. Creech will be giving a presentation on the Freedom Colonies. These were the newly emancipated, formerly enslaved families that established over a dozen Freedom Colonies in Wilson County, and she'll be talking about that as well. Again, Saturday, April 18th, Lauro G. De Leon Event Center. And then finally, we're required by law to provide an annual report. This is the annual report for 2025 for your Historical Commission. Over 890 accumulated hours by the members of the Historical Commission. Thanks to the Commissioners Court, we had 2 members that attended the Real Places Conference last year and learned quite a bit about how to preserve history within the county. Dr. Creech, our vice chair, was awarded the THC's Preservation Award for her work. We erected in the county Rancho Pataguilla Historical Marker, which is over on the corner of Peach and is that right? We also erected, believe it or not, a marker to the patriots of the American Revolution. We have over 15 families that were once living and ranching in Wilson County during the American Revolution, who have been recognized for their service to the American Revolution right here in Wilson County. Last year, Dr. Creech held the second annual, and she held the third annual just a month ago, of the African American Story Gathering Day. We partnered last year with Bear County and his Atascosa County Historical Commission, and we produced part one of the America 250 Symposium by Bear County, and part two will happen July 31st. We also produced 3 exhibits, which will be on display at the Heritage Event Center, the History and Heritage Festival. Those are the women of Wilson County, recognizing women in Wilson County from the 18th, 19th, and 20th centuries. We have an exhibit talking about the early ranches, where you can learn the names of those patriots in the American Revolution, the early ranches in Wilson County. And then also Dr. Creech will have an exhibit that she's entitled Slow Walking Texas. So that's the latest and greatest from your Historical Commission. And so now we would just ask for your approval of the Legacy Award nominations.
Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on 11A.
Can we put the names back up there?
Looking for the names of
Yeah.
awards.
Trying to get it on the iPad. I've got it. Make a motion that we nominate Legacy Businesses and Land Awards as following: Conley Memorial Medical Center for 66 years, Manuel Lutheran Church in Livonia for 124 years, Mary Guaranteed Title Company 50 years, Squeak Convenience Store 72 years, and Land Heritage Bobby Joe Hastings Estate 139 years.
Second. Motion made by Commissioner Reagan, seconded by Commissioner King. Any other discussion regarding agenda item 11A? Hear none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. Move to 11B, discussion on the History and Heritage Festival, April 18th, 2026. Got it again. Is that you talking about, or you already did all that?
Yeah, I did all that, sir. Yep, it's done.
Okay, all right. You sign these first. Anthony, do you have a report included in that?
Yes, the report's been submitted to you as well as the Texas Historical Commission. Thank you all so much. Hope to see you Saturday.
Yes. Before I move on to agenda item number 12, I see some folks here from either DFPS, somebody from DFPS here, or CAS. Who else do we have here? Because I'm looking at the agenda, and that's why I was going back and forth. I didn't have any, I think we approved your proclamation last week. You're sure we did?
I don't think anybody was here, but it was brought to the commissioners last.
And I read it.
How about an unofficial photo?
Oh, we can do that.
All right.
We can.
Was it horrible?
Chairs are
We want everybody in,
Yeah.
Chris, my legs.
All right, ready? So I need two cameras. Up on its own after me. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Move to agenda item number 12, we have raising that our veteran service officer discussion only, which 2025-2026 second quarter strategic planning review. So that, roll call.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. Next slide, please. Next slide. So for FY 24-25, we still have some cases still pending, so we have 47 of those pending, 501 have been closed from last fiscal year, so these are things that are going to be coming onto this current fiscal year. Next slide. Everything else, all the slides passes are going to be for this current FY. So from January to March, we served 286 veterans for cases. Next slide. Forms 351, claims submitted 1,031. Next slide, please. For this fiscal year, we have, again, 286. 17 of those have come back within this fiscal year. 269 of those are new. Active claims, 220, with 66 have been closed within this FY. Next slide, please. Number of constituents, again, 224. Appointments, by far the most, since we plan most of our services by appointment. I really want to concentrate more on the interactions. Phones, 518, emails, 190, in person, 332. Faxes, yes, we do send off a few faxes still. Unspecified is going to be more file reviews of the veterans, a total of 1,117 from January to March. I am tracking now more foot traffic, so 460 foot traffic from January to March only. Next slide, please. Really, I really wanted to concentrate for this presentation on the grant itself. Wilco GY6 from January to March, we have 546 contacts, 103 new clients, 162 appointments, 40 unduplicated clients from January to March. When we report, we always want to report unduplicated veterans. Although we do have duplicated ones, when we are looking for our numbers or our mark, it's all unduplicated. There's a breakdown, so a total of 82 clients have been served since September to present time. There's a breakdown right there just for from January to March. That's the breakdown of the services and what we paid out. So a total of 70,600 out of the 132,000 that's allotted for direct services. Next slide. ROI for current fiscal year, $1,385,280.31. We've exceeded the department budget by 947%. Our target goal was $2 million for this fiscal year. We've completed 69% of that target, and our ROI since 2023 just above $8 million. Next slide, please. Really, the only thing I really want to talk about, there's a few markers on there, is our services in Lavernia. We've had a good success out there, now being there on Thursdays. We're still seeing people there. We have a good relationship now with that MOU with the PD and the city of Lavernia. I also want to talk about the challenges of the appointments canceled and rescheduled. These are constituents that reached back out to us and canceled their appointments. It is 67, it is pretty high, but now I'm incorporating our intake and our grant for people who are canceling. So we're all going by appointments and they're canceling along with them, so that's why you see that number a lot higher. And that concludes my presentation.
I'm glad that program, the one that we have for the Veterans Assistance grant that we got. So
Yes.
we've already expended 70,000 of the 130 that we got.
Correct, we're right above 50% of it. Our mark was 100 people serviced, and I think we're at 82, so we're gonna exceed that amount. I looked at the grant allows 6,000 per household, and if I were to give that to every applicant, we would only service 22, so we have to kind of make a little bit more restrictions, and that's why it's $1,000 per applicant.
What's that come up? There's a renewal process, it's gonna come up again.
That's correct, Judge. We've already refiled or resubmitted our application, and we're gonna find out next month in May, and I'll give that information in my next presentation if we're approved or not. But the likelihood, we did pass the preliminary stage, so typically that's a good sign. It's just now reviewing our current application and putting that in process.
Any questions? Yeah. So we're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. And item number 13, we move to discussion only briefing from Small Glass personnel regarding the expo rail collapse. Move forward to repair.
Good morning. Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. I'm Jason Smith. I'm the president of Small Glass San Antonio. Been with Small Glass for 26 years and been in this role for 10. So it's a treat to be here with me today is Mike Bynum, our project executive for the project. Just to kind of put things to scale for us to get the briefing started. Over the state of Texas, across the state of Texas, Small Glass, about a third of what we've done the last 2 years is civic work. So these relationships and projects are very important to our maintenance of business continuity, and it's important to get them right. First, I'd like to lead off by saying we're very apologetic and empathetic. Quite frankly, we're sorry to put you in this position, and that we're all dealing with something nobody expected to have happen. I can assure you, you have the full support of Small Glass to honor our commitment to complete our agreement under the GMP as we commit ourselves to. That comes from me, and it comes from my superiors. Our CEO, our COO, were involved in a weekly call to make sure that this job gets back on track the way it's supposed to be. Mike's going to walk us through a couple of details of what's transpired since March 4th, and I think more importantly, what the plan is to get us back where the project should be. I'll let Mike walk through that, and we can kind of finish the discussion.
Morning, thanks for having me. Next slide, please. Again, the incident happened on March 4th, conditions partially cloudy, consistent winds 15 to 18 miles an hour with gusts leading up to 50 miles per hour. Parties on site were our P&B contractor, or pre-engineered built building, and Small Glass contractors at that time. We're proud to say the outcome, there was no fatalities, no injuries, no public personnel or property injured or damaged at the time. And we have completely demoed and removed all the pre-engineered built buildings. The entire structure itself has been removed, and we will start over from scratch with the structural steel. We'll be recycling any of that. Next slide, please. Here's just a brief picture overview of the P&B post-incident. Next slide, please. What felt like an eternity once the building laid over until the time we got to demo it. A lot has happened in that timeline. We voluntarily reached out to OSHA. We had them visit on the job site twice. From there, we've had several third-party forensics engineers on site to try to pinpoint exactly the issue at hand, and just make sure everyone has time to review the existing conditions and try to come to a root cause analysis from there. Since this time, we have terminated our existing pre-engineered building contractor, and since then, we have recontracted with a new pre-engineered building contractor to move forward. Next slide, please. Kind of get out of the rearview mirror to get to the windshield here. We are still holding commitment to be able to finish by the end of 2026. What we're trying to do right now is strategically get some work in place We've been continuing to work since the incident. Anything outside 20 foot of the building pad, we've gone and put in place a primary electrical, our detention ponds, things of that nature are still moving forward. Now that we're wrapping up that scope of work, we're starting to get into some different ways, changing our sequence that we were originally planning to construct the building, getting our CMU inside and getting that erected at this time. So that way when our new Granger Mill building shows up, all that work's been completed, we can focus on just erecting that building, trimming it out, and turning over this product, like Jason said, by December 18th. So that's just kind of a highlight of where we were, what's been happening since then, and kind of the windshield where we're going right now. So I think that's all we have today, unless we need to answer some questions.
So I just want to tell both of you gentlemen, your superintendents out there, they have kept us, they've done a good job. And we're grateful when it was Burger Hill, when I got out there, I didn't expect to hear that nobody hurt. Some of them hurt bad. But Yvonne and Tim really were on it. I think they're beating themselves up a little bit, I think, I want to have control over that. But we have our bi-weekly meetings and they're very thorough. And we appreciate that. They keep us on track.
I want to thank y'all for coming out here and talking to the public as well. Yes, Tim and Yvonne have done great out there. Y'all's communications, myself and the judge, has been spot on, so I truly appreciate y'all coming out and reaching out to us, y'all do. Thank you.
And Judge and Commission, thank you. Tim and I coincidentally, we're both Wilson County residents, and so, you know, he's proud to be working on a project that's
Yvonne is too now.
Any other questions, Commissioner? Well, guys, thank you so much, and I guess you know that we're on that timeline, if you can do that, because the funding is ended by the end of the year, which I think we're all making, all of that. But as a precaution, I have notified Washington and the department and will let them know of the circumstances. I've not heard back from them. I expect that it's gonna be good. And don't have to go over all the time, will, but I just want to make sure they'll call back Monday. I want that to be transparent.
And just thank you. So there's usually in these situations, we don't come across this very common at all, but when incidents come up, there's consequences that are direct, and everybody sees them right away, and there are indirect consequences. So timing and funding, timing and direct consequences. Thank you for your extra help to make sure that happens right. Our diligence is here to make sure the deadline we get.
We appreciate you all. I think it's very good work out there, so, except for that building collapse.
We're honored to be
Like
here.
that one, he and I just left the meeting and we snapshotted and said, God, they're starting to put some steel siding on. We're anxious to see this beautiful building go up. So are we. Good for the county. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Move to agenda item number 14, we have Blake Leaker, precinct 3, discuss take action on an interagency agreement between Wilson County Office of Emergency Management, Wilson County Constable Precinct 3, and designate Wendy Grant to be the PIO for House Bill 33.
Good morning, Commissioners, I'm Constable Lee. Just a couple of quick things. In the last session in House Bill 33, they require the Uvalde Strong Act that the majority of the departments have a PIO. They state you need to be one or appoint one, or have an agreement with one. At this point, I'm into agreement with Wendy, the emergency management, and want to basically sign to say that we both agree that we're going to do that.
She's already the designee for us, and we're ready for emergency.
Correct. This is just paperwork saying that that's an agreement between the two of us in case something.
Okay. It's good. He's already designated, but he's going to sign it, and he was ready for the
I'll make a motion that, we accept an MOU between the Constable Precinct 3, Mr. Mika, and designate Wendy Grant to be the PIO.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Kurt Holmes, second by Commissioner Aiken. Any other discussion regarding this agenda item? So, you may not be able to answer this, what about the other three constables? Who did they want to use?
We're moving through.
Okay.
All right, they better find somebody that.
Okay. Now I'll get a hold of them, see what they're
In
looking
this day and time.
Okay, yeah. Bring them all over here. Okay. All right, before we sign it, we'll call for vote. No, if there's no other discussion. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. That motion passes. Ms. Huron, I've already read this for you.
She's already.
Yes, I already looked over it.
I'll come sign it, you guys gotta do it.
Yeah. All right, agenda item number 15, again, we have our constable, Blake Leaka. Discussion only, racial profiling report for occupations code 1701-160.
Come to find out, per the occupations code, the racial profiling report that we fill out, and send to T-Roll every year, also has to get sent to the government. All of this is me getting it to the government, just, that's it.
Okay. Right, so you just wanted to let us know what you're doing? on-
Yeah, absolutely. It's putting it in the record.
Okay, very good. All right. Any questions, Constable? Discussion on it?
She's here.
All right, sir, thank you very much.
Good job, Constable.
Move to agenda item number 16, Luce Apo, Development Director for 16A. Let's go to 16A1. I'm gonna name them all. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm gonna name those. 16A1, utility permit 879 Frontier, Carrizo subdivision, Arch Oak subdivision, review and approve. Utility permit 880 Frontier Precinct 170 subdivision, review and approve. Utility permit 882 Frontier Precinct 1 Eagle Creek Ranch subdivision, review and approve. Utility, there's combined there, I'll do that on 4. Utility permit 884 Frontier Precinct 1 Eagle Creek Ranch subdivision, review and approve. Utility permit, or 7. Utility permit 885 Frontier Precinct 1 Creekwood Park subdivision, review and approve.
883 on 4.
Yeah, should we let's go ahead and throw that in there too? Okay, so let's do that, Commissioner. 16.5, the utility permit 883 Frontier, but it also has precinct 4 in it, it has precinct 1, so we can come back to that again. Eagle Creek Ranch subdivision to the states of Eagle Creek, review and approval, just approve both of those.
I spoke to Commissioner Martin, and he is good with these, so I'll make a motion for utility permit 879 for Frontier, utility permit 880, utility permit 882, utility permit 883 on his behalf, utility permit 884, utility permit 885.
Second.
Ms. Randy, you good with 4, go on? Yes, sir. Okay, very good. Motion made by Commissioner King, second by Commissioner Aiken. Any other discussion regarding these agenda items? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, ayes have it, motion passed. Go to 16A. 3, Frontier, permit 881, Frontier Precinct 2, County Road 302, review and approve.
Make a motion to approve utility permit 881 for County Road 302.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Curdo. Any other discussion regarding this agenda item? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. Move to agenda item 16A8, permit 886, Sunco Water Supply Corporation, Precinct 4, County Road 477, review and approve.
I've inspected the site. Make a motion that we accept utility permit 886.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Aiken and seconded by Commissioner Cordova. Any other discussion regarding this agenda item? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Ayes have it, motion passes. Move to agenda item 16B, non-standard flats variances, 1, County Road 361, 976, Precinct 3, Schoenfeld, discuss and take action.
Yes, and I just want to make a correction on your paper. It was given a favorable recommendation. I accidentally highlighted the unfavorable, but there is wording at the bottom, motion made for a favorable recommendation. Mr. and Mrs. Schoenfeld were in attendance at the review committee to represent the proposed split of their 1.99 current tract into a 1 acre tract into a 0.99 acre tract. What Mr. Schoenfeld is proposing to do is to split the property financially so that he can refinance and then build on the other property to build rental properties. This is not a platted subdivision, so he's within his right to do that. He did get it surveyed out, it showed setback lines. He's essentially doing this the correct way. He doesn't have current plans to sell the property. He will be keeping the property at this time. This is just for financial, to refinance and to build his rental properties. Like I said, this was given a favorable recommendation to our review committee, and Mr. Commissioner Pidola agreed. And they are here in attendance too, if you have any questions.
Okay, Commissioner, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept the non-standard plat for County Road 361, 976 for Schoenfeld Precinct 3.
Motion made by Commissioner Furlong, seconded by Commissioner King. Any other discussion regarding this agenda item? EB1. Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Motion passes. To agenda item number 17, Russell King, Commissioner Precinct 2, discuss take action and go into negotiations on the Phelps Building on South Highway 180 Lane 1 in the city of Forestville, FEDC. I think this is a proper to go into executive session, so I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Before we do that, Judge,
I'm sorry, what do we got?
9:43 and 17 minutes till we do that.
Suspend that.
Let's suspend the rule on this right now, and then we'll come back to it.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rule on item number 17.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Aiken. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. All right, we'll move on. Sheriff, can you do it in 15 minutes? Agenda item number 18, Jim Stewart, County Sheriff, discuss take action on required resolution to apply for Senate Bill 8 grant.
Morning. Okay, in order to apply for Senate Bill 8 grant funding, this resolution is a requirement for me to turn in before applying for that grant. Will you read the resolution?
Sir, go ahead.
Order resolution, whereas the 89th Texas Legislature enacted Senate Bill 8 effective January 1st, 2026, codified a relevant part of Chapter 753 of Texas Government Code relating to immigration and law enforcement agreements between certain sheriffs and the federal government, establishing a grant program to cover certain costs of implementing these agreements. And whereas subchapter C of Chapter 753 established a grant program administered by the Texas Comptroller of Public Accounts to support sheriffs participating in immigration law enforcement agreements under Texas Government Code 753-051. Whereas pursuant to Texas Government Code 753.103, the sheriff awarded grant funds under that subchapter must use such grant funds only for authorized costs associated with participating in the applicable immigration law enforcement agreement that are not reimbursed by the federal government. And whereas Texas Government Code 753-105 expressly provides in relation to money received from grant awarded sheriff under this subchapter, the Commissioners Court of the County Sheriff Sheriff's Service may not reduce the appropriation of the Sheriff's Office in response to the Sheriff receiving the grant. And whereas the Commissioners Court of Wilson County, Texas desires to formally acknowledge and affirm its compliance with Chapter 753 Texas Government Code, and to provide a clear public record that any grant funds awarded to the sheriff under Senate Bill 8 shall supplement and shall not be served as a basis to reduce the sheriff's office budget appropriated by the county in response to receive these grant funds.
Is that the one we had to get the designated cash from?
Yes.
Okay. Any motion on agenda item number 18, Commissioner?
Make a motion to adopt the resolution to apply, Sheriff's Department to apply for Senate Bill 8 grant.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Curtis. If you have any other discussion regarding agenda item number 18. Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion. Agenda item number 19, we have our County Sheriff Jim Stewart, Sheriff's Office progress report.
Thank you. Progress report this month, you'll find my office's racial profiling report, as required by statute for us to present. Looking at the report, I don't know if any of y'all have had a chance to look at it. Looking at the report, I don't see any areas of concern as far as racial profiling. Our percentages pretty much look like they match our local demographics as far as race. Also, as part of my progress report, my office is in the process of probably selling about 10 of the vehicles that are past life and due for put those in auction. And a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, just equipment wise.
Okay, any questions, Sheriff?
Just one, sure. We lose a vehicle, are we able to recycle the lights or anything out of that, the cages or anything?
And out of the ones that now we are being able to recycle some of the equipment.
So we can get some of that money back? You know, make sure they're doing that.
Thank you, Sheriff. And item number 20, we have Genevieve Martinez, County Clerk, discuss take action on Commissioner's Court minutes.
Interviewed by the county judge and county attorney.
Entertain a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes for 9 March 2026 and 23 March 2026.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Curtis. Any other discussion regarding agenda item number 20?
I had one correction. The first agenda item, item number 16, 1, 2, and 4, I had written down that it was, motion by Commissioner King and seconded by Commissioner Martin instead of Commissioner Goodall.
What item number?
Item number 16 on the first agenda listed, and what happened was, is I believe both men said at the same time, and you said, I'm going to give that one to Commissioner Martin. Minor technicality, it's just,
What does it say, Judge?
Motion by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner King, if the board would ask permit rules, is that what you're on? 16A.
the first one.
Oh, 16A. Motion of Commissioner King, second by Commissioner Martin, was voted unanimously to approve permit 18.
Okay, then if you do have Martin on it, the paperwork is different from my sheet
Yeah, I have.
on the iPad.
I have Commissioner Martin.
Okay.
Okay. Any other discussion regarding the minutes? Hearing none, call for the roll call. In favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those against, ayes have it, motion passes. Ms. Boots, your name's on the agenda, do you think you can do it in 10 minutes? Okay. Agenda item number 21, we have Christina Moots, County Treasurer, discuss take action on a resolution amending authorized representatives for text.
A lot of words. No, basically what this is just changing representatives on text pool. Keeping myself, removing our previous county auditor, now adding our interim county auditor, Kristen Lopez. And then just the need the form, and that's what this is. So of course I've added myself again and needing to fill out her information to remove previous and add her on. That's all it is.
Entertain a motion, Commissioners, on agenda item number 20.
I'll make a motion to accept the resolution and authorize representative for text pool.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cardinal, seconded by Commissioner Aiken. Any other discussion regarding agenda item number 1? None? Call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. Thank you.
I do have, if you want to sign it now.
Ms. Wadsworth here today. Agenda item number 22, we have Jalen Walker, Human Resource Specialist, presentation of payroll and personal changes, which is not here. So at this moment, I have a caution. I'm going to temporarily have a regular meeting on 9:53 until we can return back to agenda item